Happy spring! I wanted to share with you two of my very favorite seafood recipes. The first is with crab, and it's a hot crab dip. And the second is shrimp, and it's a shrimp scampi that is just delicious. We'll make a quick roasted asparagus to go with it and a fun ice cream dessert. But it's easy, it's delicious, and I hope you enjoy it. Here in Maryland, we eat a lot of crab meat. It's one of our delicacies, and we are definitely known for it. My favorite recipe using crab is a hot crab dip. It's very easy to prepare. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to preheat the oven to 300 degrees. To start, we're going to use 1 cup of sour cream. We're just going to put all of this into the mixer bowl. 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, and I like to use Philadelphia. We're going to combine this, and if you cut it into smaller pieces, it's easier for it to combine in the mixer. So that's our cream cheese and our sour cream. Now we're going to add 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. The juice of 1 lemon. We need 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. 1/4 teaspoon of Old Bay. 1½ teaspoons of dry mustard. 2 teaspoons of onion juice. So we're going to grate up a 1/2 cup of cheddar cheese, reserve half of that. So we'll put 1/4 cup into our mixture, and then we'll use the other 1/4 cup on top. And now we're just going to blend this up with the paddle attachment in the mixer until everything is combined. So this is 1 pound of lump crab meat. You want to put it into another bowl first, and then just go through it with your fingers and make sure there's no bits of shell in there. So I'm going to take my crab meat that I've picked through, and I'm going to add it to the ingredients that we've already mixed together. Using a rubber spatula, you go down to the bottom of the bowl, come up, and just fold it over. I am just going to put my crab meat dip in here, smooth that into our dish. Then we'll take the rest of this cheddar cheese and sprinkle that on top. And then we will just sprinkle that with some paprika and put that into our 300-degree preheated oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until it's warmed through and the cheese on the top is bubbly. Asparagus is a terrific side dish with shrimp scampi. I like to cook mine just roasted. The key to asparagus is you want to get rid of the woody end, and it's so easy to do that. Just snap it. It will naturally break where the woody stem ends. I'm just going to spread these out on my cookie sheet. I usually put a piece of foil in the bottom of my sheet pan because it just makes the cleanup afterwards so much easier. So we've got these out on our sheet pan. All we're going to do is drizzle some olive oil and sprinkle it with some salt and pepper. And then my asparagus is going to be cooked in about 8 minutes. This is my all-time favorite shrimp scampi recipe, and I've made a lot of them. So for this recipe, we have 2 pounds of large shrimp. This is a cup of flour, which we're just going to put into a large resealable bag, and this is what we're going to dredge our shrimp in. So I can go ahead and put my shrimp into this bag. Make sure that's nice and sealed. And then we're just going to toss this shrimp around in the flour. Then I'm just going to take them out of the bag and put them on a plate so they're ready when I'm ready to cook them. So there's my shrimp ready to go when I'm ready to cook it. Okay, I'm going to finish preparing my ingredients. My shrimp is ready to go. I need 1½ lemons juiced. I'm going to be using 8 tablespoons of butter, but I'm going to use it in 2 separate steps. So I'm going to cut this in half so it's ready. I need 1 cup of olive oil, and I'm going to put that into my large skillet. This is what I'm going to fry my shrimp in. Next thing I need is garlic. I need 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. And I think that the fastest way to do this is going to be to pull the whole bulb apart and roll it in this little gadget, which is fantastic for getting rid of the skins on my garlic. And then I'm just going to use my food chopper and I'm going to chop that garlic up. Next thing I need to do is measure out 1/2 cup of chicken broth. And I've got 1½ cups of dry white wine. And then I'm gonna need about 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley. Pull these stems off. And then I'm gonna use the same chopper I used on the garlic on my parsley. That's good. Now we're all set. My oil is hot, so I'm gonna start putting my shrimp into the pan. They're gonna cook pretty quickly. Okay, so we'll let these guys cook for 2 to 3 minutes. The flour on them will create a little crust while it fries. Just take these guys out and get ready to cook the second batch. So we'll let that oil get hot again, and then we will go ahead and put our second batch of shrimp in to cook. So I have finished cooking this shrimp, and now I'm going to drain out the excess oil in this pan. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of butter in, and then to this I'm going to add 1½ cups of wine, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and I'm going to add my minced garlic. I'm going to cook this down for about 2 minutes. Thicken it up and get that garlic cooked a little bit. This has been bubbling away for a couple of minutes. I'm going to add some salt and some pepper. And then I'm going to add my lemon juice. This was the juice of 1½ lemons and 1/2 cup of chicken broth. I'm going to bring this up to a boil and boil it again for a couple of minutes. We're just trying to get all of these flavors to blend. Once this is boiling, I'm going to add my shrimp back to the pan and I'm going to cook it for another minute or 2. Now I'm going to remove my shrimp again and finish off this sauce. I'm going to take my last 4 tablespoons of butter, whisk it into the sauce with the parsley. So my sauce is ready. Now I'm just going to put my shrimp back in here and keep it warm. I can serve this now at any time, but I'm waiting for my pasta to cook. My spaghetti is ready, so I'm just going to add that into my bowl. Then I'm going to pour the scampi over top of the spaghetti. I'm going to top this with a little bit of fresh parsley, and we have it. This is a super easy, really fun dessert. Doesn't require any cooking at all. They're little mini individual ice cream sandwiches. So I'm going to start with a Klondike bar. Then I'm going to add some whipped cream, some canned whipped cream because it comes out so pretty. And I'm going to drizzle it with some chocolate sauce and top it with a maraschino cherry. So easy, so pretty. Everybody loves this. So thanks for joining me in making this special meal with 2 of my favorite seafood dishes, hot crab dip and shrimp scampi. My guests should be here soon and I can't wait to share this with them. I hope you make this too, and let me know if you do and how you like it. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like this and subscribe to my YouTube channel.